morning, everybody. My name is Agnes Gervacio. I'm actually the CEO of MDI, which is Micro D International, MDI Novare. We are a proudly Filipino founded company 33 years ago. Our founder, Myla Villanueva, who is currently chair of MDI Novare, incidentally, is Shiro of the Year for 2020 for the Asia CEO Awards. Thank you very much, Rebecca. Thank you very much, Richard, for that recognition. Thank you. I have two children. My daughter, Angeline, is a national team player for the Philippine beach volleyball team, who, of course, I'm very proud to say, has won a bronze medal in the last SEA Games in the Philippines. My 15-year-old son is very talented musically. And I'm letting you know, I am now the shortest in my family, despite the fact that I'm not actually as diminutive as Rebecca here. I'd like to thank again Richard and Rebecca for this opportunity to be part of the speakers group in Asia CEO Forum, Women's Forum for this year. I am very, very proud and elated to be alongside very distinguished, very successful, and very talented women. And thank you again for that, Richard and Rebecca. So how did I get here? Not exactly a very short journey, more than 30 years of hard work. I'm not even counting the years that I spent in the university as well as in my grades. It takes, I don't think there's a lot of secret in being able to count yourself as getting to where you want to be, setting those goals and how to get to those goals. One of the things that is always in my head that my mother has ingrained in me is that you have to be educated. When we were very young, there was very little to go by. One of the things that was always available in our household are reading materials. I do remember having the opportunity to always have books around me, always have Reader's Digest. Of course, everybody remembers that, and all the newspapers. My mother has ingrained in us that reading and being educated will be able to equalize the opportunities that you have in front of you. When I went to university, I took up electronics and communications engineering in Mapua. And I could really remember, and it brings a smile to my face, that there were very, very few women in the course. A lot of the women were taking up either architecture or in industrial engineering. And not because of anything, probably because that was the view at the time. And I don't think it's wrong or right. But I have said this many, many times over, that during experiment time, they would always relegate me to the role of the person who's holding the pen and paper because I have to take notes. And the joke that was going around is I would retort and say, why, you got here to the university? You don't know how to read and to write the notes? Because they were always relegating the secretary's role to the woman in the group. And me, being one of the few, would always be relegated, oh, you take notes because you're a woman. What are my goals and what are my dreams? One of the things that I like working alongside women like Myla is because she's able to provide a platform for people to be able to contribute, not just for my self-growth, not just for the company's growth, but for the growth of the Philippines. Note that Myla is the chair of the PPCRV, and I have been very, very fortunate to be working alongside her in the 2019 elections as the media director and spokesperson for PPCRV during that time. We all know that there was a lot of excitement during that time in the 2019 national and senatorial elections. And I was very, very fortunate that we count among our roster a lot of IT professionals who was able to manage and handle the situation at hand. What do you need to do in order to bring your dreams and goals into reality? Take action. Letter A is you have to allow yourself to make mistakes. If you have never made a mistake in your life, that means you are not doing anything. Also, consistency is key. The same manner that your body reacts to exercise. If you exercise once every 3 months, I don't think any changes will be showing up in the way your body is structured. Consistency is always key. And as I said, take risks. No risks means no rewards. I means I take responsibility for my actions. There are times that people will say, oh, I'm in a bad shape because of external factors and all that stuff. We should always look within ourselves and look inwardly to make sure that we take responsibility for the actions because we are the recipient of those rewards. Letter O, offer my learnings to others. I am a proud founding member of the Filipino CEO Circle, and our advocacy is to bring more women into the C-suite. We offer mentoring and coaching sessions, and that's how we fulfill this advocacy. And N, never, never, never forget to look after yourself. During this pandemic, it has been very difficult, not just for me, but for everybody else, being locked down, being not allowed to go outside. And this has allowed me to rediscover my love for cooking. People would probably not believe it now, but I actually cook up a storm in the kitchen. This is my love language for my family. I was very proud when one day my son came to me and said, Mom, when are you coming back to work? And I said, I am working. No, I mean working out of the house. I said, I think this is going to be a long-term thing. And I was very happy because he said, because Mom, when you're home, we eat very, very well. This rediscovery of my love for cooking has given me one more essence of being a woman. And this has allowed me to cope better with the pandemic. I always tell everyone during this pandemic, you have to take care of yourself because you will always be number one. You will not be capable of taking care of any other person, taking care of any other job if you do not take care of yourself. A week before the lockdown was announced by the government in Metro Manila, which is, of course, is this distinction of being the longest and hardest lockdown globally, MDI Novare has already called off BCP. So a week before lockdown happened, 95% of our workforce are already working from home. I am very proud to be part of MDI Novare. We will continue to bring service to the Filipino community to a greater, bigger global market as the national champion for technology. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, Richard. This has been a great opportunity. Have a great day ahead of you, everybody. And please do remember, take action.